Arya, Caius. It's good to see you again. We were at the mercy of the rapids and ended up being swept away all the way to Yaska. Oh my, we washed up on shore along the way and walked here. Thank goodness we found you. Couldn't agree more. We were worried. Rubio was waiting outside the city for Caius the whole time. Dear brother, they don't need to hear about that. Sorry. Caius, you don't seem like yourself. What happened to your father? Don't tell me. Dad's dead. What happened? One of the Inquisitors, Rami, controlled Caius' father and made him attack us. We fended him off and dispelled the precepts, but Romulus was badly injured and Rami. If only we had been there to help you. Romulus. Sorry about your father. I know you're struggling, but you can't let it beat you. That's not all. When Rami killed my dad, I lost control, and I transformed into a beast. You transformed? I see. You didn't have a Sanctus, so I thought you wouldn't transform. If it weren't for Caius' transformation, we might have not have escaped our pursuers. An unexpected transformation, huh? This is a lot to deal with all at once, but never forget that your power is what saved you and Arya. My power saved us. I don't know what happened when you transformed. The brutality of it may disgust you. But that transformation was a result of your love for your father. It was not a mistake. I know it will take some time to work out your own feelings, but never forget that. Yeah, I get that. Caius. Now that we're all up to speed, we need to decide what to do next. There are still a number of things we don't know. First, what was the Pope trying to accomplish by imprisoning Lemornians? We know he wants to collect patients. We have no idea what he intends to use them for. Arya, any thoughts? I wouldn't have thought it possible until I saw the imprisoned Lemornians, but he may be collecting patients to invoke the Law of Life. Law of Life? What does that have to do with the Lemornians? The Law of Life is a form of precepts. In other words, it's a kind of magic. They say it can revive the dead and grant eternal youth to the living. Bring back the dead? Is that really possible? Shadowheart's Covenant attempted it. I don't know. At the very least, His Holiness seems to believe it is. That's why he needs the patients to invoke the Law of Life. But the Church doesn't know how to create its own patients. The Lemornians must have been captured as part of the search. This is all just conjecture, mind you. Patients are those red stones, right? Were they made by the Lemornians? Can't say for sure, but my understanding is that the Lemornians created the patients. They say the patients contain incredible magical power. Again, I can't attest to that personally. But the Church's records indicate a massive patient was created during the Beast War. Only the Lemornians know what became of it. I assume the reason they were torturing Lemornians was to discover its location. I don't know if they found anything, but the Law of Life has been invoked several times by the Church. But apparently they haven't been successful to date. I can only assume they didn't have enough magical power from the patients. And the Law of Life had one other serious side effect. Side effect? The spots in the sewers only appeared at the experiments with the Law of Life. Hard to imagine the two are unrelated. So it's true. All of it started on this continent. What do you mean? Oh right, we hadn't told you about it. Force and I came to Arella to investigate what caused the spots to appear in our country. We heard someone who looked like a member of the clergy invoke large-scale precepts in Senshibia. I can only assume now that it was the Law of Life, and the spots appeared as a result. Now that we know the cause, we need to figure out the reason. We have to prevent the infestation from spreading. The Pope wants patients, and Caius as one of them. If we include the pendant, that makes 2. Arya, do the experimental invocations of Law of Life require patience as well? Most likely, the Law of Life is a set of incredibly complex precepts. Because of their complexity, no one has actually deciphered their structure. Without a more powerful magical catalyst, using the Law of Life is impossible. So, as long as Caius has the patient, we prevented at least one invocation. We don't know how many patients exist out there. I don't know if anyone has an accurate count. Any information we do have is outdated. How many patients does the Pope have? I think it's safe to assume His Holiness is no longer in possession of any patients. There haven't been any new experiments conducted since the spots have first appeared. That simplifies things. As long as no spots appear, all we have to do is exterminate the current ones. No, the spots have continued to increase in number, but I don't know why. Certainly seems the genie is already out of the bottle. That's not good. Genies? What, Aladdin? This is like many different media properties mixed into one? Lord Tilkus, if the Law of Life spawned spots, I think it merits further investigation. Very true. The precepts were originally developed by the Lemornians. Perhaps we should visit Lemorn. The desert city Lemorn. Of course, I can't guarantee the city still exists. What do you think? Should we take the chance? Absolutely. We can't just go back empty-handed. Is it okay if I keep traveling with you guys? You're the main character. I don't have a Sanctus, so I don't know if I'm really human or Lemurian. But I want to learn the truth. Dad died to give me that chance. I want to make those Inquisitors pay. They killed my parents and Caius' father too, so I'm going to. Please let me go with you all as well. But Arya, you will be betraying the church. She's already betraying the church. Like, she helped us for some reason, and honestly, I'm not even sure if we should still trust her. I mean, I guess we can now, but like, you know, there should have been a bit more to that. Even so, I want to go with you. I want to know more about the law of life and the future of the church desires. Until I understand where the church is going, I can't bring myself to believe in it. Yeah, see, that's a really fair and neat character arc, because it's similar to, like, Eleanor with the Abbey, where she sides with Velvet and her group, and Eleanor is still, like, loyal to the Abbey, but she's like a spy. She starts off as a spy for the Abbey and, like, spying on Velvet's actions and seeing, like, oh, I want to see if, like, what you guys are doing is good, and she learns the truth about the Abbey, eventually betrays them. But, like, Arya basically already betrayed the church, essentially. I get what you're saying, Arya. Let's all go together. I want to know what's going on in this country. I want to know more about myself. That's what I'm going to find out. I don't want to see anyone else suffer. Wonderful. Our goals may be different, but we're all in this together. Let's make our way to the desert. This is going to be a long journey. After we learn what we need to here, we should ask the merchants at Northgate about the Lemorn Desert. Maybe able to get better information about Lemorn. To the north, then, off we go. Alright. Yeah, it worked out for Eleanor. It should work out for Arya, why not? But Arya's already a goner. She's already a traitor to the church. No way the church is ever gonna accept her back. Caius, Rubia, Forest. For now. Probably gonna mostly use this team, and we're probably gonna switch Rubia and what's-her-face often. Because since they both have similar roles, we can use both of them as, like, the same role, you know? Like, they can serve the same role. They both have nurse, they both have really good spells. I do find it interesting that I can't just transform into a beast like, how what's-his-face can. Like how Forrest can. I mean, if I want to use beast control, I can just rely on Forrest, but I have to be below 50% HP anyway. You sell weapons, huh? I'm gonna buy you the halberd. Shirt on gold. Ooh, all divide. I feel like all divide in this game wouldn't be that great, though. Should give Caius his sword and then sell the sword I'm not using. Like the platinum sword I could sell. Yeah, 400 gold will be enough to buy the halberd for Forrest. I can't even afford armor. Might as well just not bother. Like, I'm already broke. I guess we're going north, because that's what they said. There's no dot or anything, but... you know? Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Yeah, look at this damage output. What move was that? Is that Eruption? It might have been Eruption. You don't have Explode yet. It's too early. Yeah, it's Eruption. Bum, 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 bum. This looks new. We never fought a basilisk before. Oh, these weapons are doing a really good amount for us. Man, Sword Rain sucks damage output wise. I mean, Cerberus, not Cerberus, Crescent Slash is just so good. But Sword Rain really ain't it with damage. Sometimes it'll stagger, but stagger is like inconsistent anyway. It's a hunter and a mage. Magitrix. Bum, bum. Oh, no, 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 no. Are there even gonna be Mystic Arts in this game? I'm actually like kind of curious. Part of me feels like there might be, but I can totally see them not existing in this game. They probably aren't gonna look too exciting though if they are in the game. Rising Falcon? Rising Falcon be any good in this game? If it does anything like Lloyd's, then it probably will be. But I have 2 Demon Fangs. Did I set 2 Demon Fangs without paying attention? Bum 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 bum. Yo, the rhinos, rhino boars, whatever, they look more like round. Okay, Rising Falcon's decent. Definitely not as good as other games. But I mean, everything is not as good as other games. Given that it's my 4th art, it's definitely worth having. Stop having your stupid super armor. Oh. Rubia, do something. Eruption, or I don't know, anything. Things don't take any knockback. They don't believe in it. Please die. Come on. I think this isn't the one I was hitting. One died, finally. What bulky enemies we have here. Forrest, help me. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. I think we're all a little tired. It's important to get our rest and recover when we can. Well said, dear brother. I must excuse myself. Arya, you seem to be stepping out a lot lately. Is everything okay? No, it's just, well, I was wondering about that too. Goodness, Caius, and you too, dear brother? If she's excusing herself, it's obvious she doesn't want to say anything. It's rude to ask a lady about that kind of stuff. Oh, sorry, Arya. My bad. Thanks, Rubia. But I don't get it. What's so hard to say? Oh, Caius. Must have gotten holy bottles when I wasn't paying attention. You guys ready for a break? The law of life is supposed to be able to bring back the dead, right? That's what they say, but we have no way of knowing for sure. The countless people have to be sacrificed to complete it. It's supposed to heal, why so many people have to die for it. No kidding. Dad ended up being sacrificed to the law of life too. It's all their fault. Arya, what are those Inquisitors Rami and Lucius like? They're the youngest of the Inquisitors. They're about the same age as you two. But they say that among the Inquisitors, their abilities are second to none. His Holiness has complete faith in them. I can't believe they do all that horrible stuff when they're the same age as us. It's messed up. Lucius and Rami didn't used to be like that. I'm told they were just kind, cute little kids. Just like the two of you. You think Ruby is cute? I think you need to get your eyes checked. Burn? You're the one who needs to get your eyes checked. I've always been cute. You're just too dense to notice it. Why don't we save that for later? In other words, something changed Lucius and Rami. That would seem to be the case. Well, what could have caused such a drastic change? I'm afraid I don't have the answer. I need to excuse myself. Is Arya planning to, like, betray us or something? Is she, like, not to be trusted? I'll laugh if she ends up betraying us, because the game really just treated it like, hey, yeah, we can totally trust Arya. She's like, oh yeah, you could trust me. The game's characters asked once, and then it's like, oh yeah, you could trust me. I'm with the church, but I'm helping you guys for some reason. I'll laugh if they actually do a betrayal arc or something with Arya. Something's gotta be going on. It can't be that easy. Photon. Did Photon even do anything? Boom, 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 boom. Doing more damage, but also they might have more HP as a result. Boom, boom. Should the plant just die? Boom, 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 boom. No. It was a 43-second fight. Also, there's no way to tell when the holy bottles wear off because there's no, like, effect. I'm assuming holy bottles actually take out encounters because now I'm getting encounters again, and if there's no effect, I assume that it's just worn off. Probably. Good door. Stupid Basilisk knocked me out of my animation. Alright. Of course, you got... Oh, I'm stoned. Yeah, the classic. Yo, you wanna handle that? Nice. This is probably a Tales game where stone just, keeps you stoned and it doesn't wear off like in Zestiria and Berseria. I think Zestiria and Berseria are the only games where it wears off. And Graces. I think it wears off in Graces too. I don't remember if it wears off in Xillia though. Probably not. Probably just a Graces and Berseria and Zestiria thing. Whatever status helmet in Graces wears off, so. Stop right there! The Black Knights! They found us somehow. What took you so long, little Lycanth? I'm impressed you didn't drown after jumping from that height. Suppose you have a natural talent for that doggy paddle. For the doggy paddle. Shut up. Yeah, kill him. Your name was Albert, wasn't it? Might I ask what brings a knight like yourself so far from Janna? The Black Knights are charged with protecting Janna. Should their leader really leave Janna of his own volition? Normally no, but the situations change. Several days ago, a group of Lycan escaped and snuck into the Archduke's residence. Unfortunately, the already bedridden Archduke was killed where he lay. And so it falls to the Black Knights to bring killers to justice. No way. The death of the Archduke has changed the political landscape. As a result, I've taken command of the Unified Knight Brigades. Bastard, you murdered him amid the chaos. And you're pinning it on us. You are charged with high treason. The knights throughout Arella have been instructed to take you dead or alive. However, if you give me what you received from that royal knight, I may be willing to let you go. I have no idea what you're talking about. And even if I did, do you have any idea what you're dealing with? I can honestly say I don't. But I will soon have to challenge the Pope, and I must emerge victorious. Can't allow it to fall into his hands. I know it has that much power. If a royal knight had it, that means it probably belonged to the knights. And yet the church is after it. They didn't hesitate to kill the boy and the girl's parents to get to it. How do you know what happened to our parents? Doesn't it make you angry? If you help me, we can solve this mystery and you can have your revenge. I don't know about that. No matter what you say, we're not giving it to anyone. There you have it. Plus, I despise backroom schemers like you. Seems negotiations have broken down. You fools should learn to read the situation. Your deaths will carry me even greater heights. Oh, we're doing another fight with Albert.